Hello, boys and girls. As you can see, you're going to need your whiteboard. So if you want to get your whiteboard, pause your video and grab your whiteboard. And we're going to do some addition. So I'm going to have everybody start with the number 146. And we're going to add another 3-digit number, right? So 1, 2, 3. And you can pick your 3-digit number, except you have to have regrouping in the ones place. So you could use 6 plus, let's see, what's going to make it 10 or more? 6 plus 4, 6 plus 5, 6 plus 6, 6 plus 7, 6 plus 8, 6 plus 9. It could be any of those numbers because you have to make it so there's regrouping, right? So you couldn't have 6 plus 1 because it would make it 7 and there's no regrouping. Okay? So I'm going to pick for my 3-digit number, I'm going to choose 320. I don't know. How about 325. Okay, so I'm going to add my ones. 6 and 5 is going to give me 11. So I'm going to regroup. And then that's 5, 6, 7, 70. And then 400s. So I got 471 for yours. You might have gotten something different if you had a different 3-digit number than me. But this is the 3-digit number I chose, was 325 to add to 146. Okay, and so that brings us to today's lesson now that we're warmed up. And our essential question is, when do you regroup tens in addition? So yesterday, or our last lesson I should say, we regrouped and we learned when do we regroup ones in addition when we're adding 3-digit numbers. Today, we're going to worry about regrouping tens. Okay, which is pretty much about the same as regrouping ones. So that's what you should be able to do by the end of the lesson, is regroup tens. So here's the listen and draw, and it says use base 10 blocks to show the problem, draw quick pictures to show what you did. And so I'm going to actually go to my next page so I can use my base 10 blocks, and here's the problem that you're going to show. So you're going to want your base 10 blocks, and here's the problem you're going to want to show. So start by only using base 10 blocks. We're not drawing anything yet. Okay, so it says on Monday, 253 children visited the aquarium. On Tuesday, 324 children visited the aquarium. How many children visited the aquarium those 2 days? So we want to know how many children visited all together on those 2 days, on Monday and Tuesday. So go ahead and pause your video, use your base 10 blocks, and see if you can figure out how many children visited the aquarium in those 2 days. Get your problem all set up. Alright, so here's what I came up with for my base 10 blocks. Okay, so for the top one, on Monday, 253 children visited the aquarium. On Tuesday, 324 children visited the aquarium. How many children visited the aquarium those 2 days? Well, if you add it all up, you end up with, I'm going to write it out over here. So my 3 places, hundreds, tens, ones, I ended up with 5 hundreds, 7 tens, and 7 ones. So 577 children visited the aquarium in those 2 days. So hopefully you came up with the same answer I did. But then what you're going to have to do is you're going to move everything off your board, and now I want you to show me with a quick picture, because that's what the direction was, to draw quick pictures to show what you did. So I'm going to delete everything I'm showing, and now I'm going to go back and I'm going to show it with quick pictures. So here we go. Okay, so there's my quick picture. So again, 253, 324, and then if you combine it all, you end up with 577. Alright, so let's go to the next page. So on the model and draw, it shows how do we deal with regrouping in the tens place. Okay, so I'm going to actually, you stay on this page, I'm going to show this page but bigger. Alright, so here we go. Here's the first step, and the first step says to add the ones. So we're adding 142 plus 285. So we're going to add the ones, which 2 plus 5 equals 7, which is exactly what the problem at the top shows. So I'm going to trace my 7. And then they have a quick picture to match, 142 plus 285. And so they added the ones right here. Okay, let's go to, whoops, that's not right. Let's try that again. Here we go. All right, so then the second step, it says add the tens. 4 plus 8 equals 12, and it says regroup 12 tens as 100 and 2 tens. So let's look at what they did. So we're adding this column here, right? 4 tens plus 8 tens. So here's the picture of that, 4 tens plus 8 tens. And so they showed that regrouping, right? We know that 10 tens, circle these 10 tens. We know that 10 tens equals 100, right? A flat. So then they've got that 100 drawn right here. And then there's 2 tens left, right? Because what equaled 12. So 100 and 2 tens, right? And so that gave us 100 and then 2 tens left over. Now let's go to that third step. The third step is to add the hundreds. So we've got 100 that had been regrouped. There was 100 that was already there and 200 that were already there from the bottom part, which was 285. So if we add all those hundreds together, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 4 hundreds, which means we also have the total to our problem, which is 427. And so that's what we're doing today. We're just regrouping 10 tens into 100. That's what we're going to get a lot of practice with today, is regrouping in that tens place. Now let's go back to the original problems, the 3 problems at the bottom of your page. So we had 347 plus 291, 165 plus 354, and 538 plus 140. So I want you to go through and I want you to solve these 3 problems at the bottom of your page 410 on your own. Go ahead and pause your video and solve them on your own. All right, if you're back, it means you're ready to solve these problems. So I'm going to go a little bit faster because you should have already done all the writing and you should have some solutions. So I'm going to start with the first one, number 1, right? Mine aren't numbered. 1, 2, and 3. This is how they're numbered on your paper. And so I'm going to add my ones. I'm going to add my tens. So 4 tens plus 9 tens is 13 tens, which 13 tens is 103 tens. Then I add my hundreds, 4, 5, 600. So 638. This one, I add my ones. That's 9 ones. This is 11 tens. So 11 tens is 100 and 110. And then this is 500. So 519. And then this one, 8 ones, no regrouping, 7 tens, and 600. So 678. So those should be your 3 answers you got for numbers 1, 2, and 3. Now let's go to the back of this page, and I'm going to have you do 6 more problems for practice. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and number 9. Okay, so go ahead and do those. Pause your video. All right, and so let's check these now that you've done them. Make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. There we go. So let's see, we'll start with number 4. This is going to be 8, 90, and 100. 198. Let's see, number 5. This is 7. This one you should have gotten 11 tens. So 11 tens is 100 and 110. And then this is going to be 900. For number 6, 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 tens plus 8 tens is 15 tens. So 100 and 5 tens. And then 500 here. Let's see, 7 and 4 is 11. So we got to regroup in the ones place. Okay, so we'll put that guy there. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tens, no regrouping. 300s. Okay, number 8. 4 plus 5 is 9. 110 plus 3 tens is 4 tens. And this is 700s. Then number 9, we get a 5 here. 10 tens is 100. No tens left over. 7, 8, 9. 900s. So 905. So that's those 6. Now we're going to do these down here. We don't usually do these problems, but we're going to do them today. It says rewrite the numbers, then add. Okay, so when they say rewrite, here's what you're going to do. What I like to do is I like to start with the first number when I can't write my own plus sign and equal bar, because I can write it nice and neat, and then I can write the other number on top. See how neatly that comes out? So I'm going to do that for each of these. And then once I do that, then I'm going to go through and then you get to solve. So put that just like that. Line it up nice and neat. And then you go ahead and pause your video and you can solve them. Alright, so let's see. Time to solve. Let's see. 8. 6 and 7 is 13 tens. So 3. Regroup the 1. 7, 8, 9. 938. This one, 6 plus 6 is 12, so we're going to regroup. We got 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, and 2 and 3, that's 500, so 562. 3 ones and 5 ones, that's going to be 8 ones. 2 tens and 8 tens, that's 10 tens, so 0, put a 1 in the hundreds place, because 10 tens is 100. Let's see, that's 500, 600, 700, 708. Okay, so check your answers. Pause your video if you need to and check your answers. And we'll go to the next page. Right here. And what I want is, I want this Think Smarter problem right here, this one, number 16. At the City Park Theater, 152 people watched the morning play. Another 167 watched the afternoon play. Okay, so this says how many people watched the 2 plays, blank people, and then we'll worry about this part after we figure out how many people watched the 2 plays. So go ahead and pause your video, use some of this empty space, whatever you need, and see if you can figure out how many people watched the play all together in the morning and the afternoon. Okay, so now this is what you should have done. You should have written 152. So you had to rewrite it like the last ones, which is why I wanted you to do it, because it was good practice. And so we're adding these up. So that's going to be 9. It's going to be 11 tens. So that's 100 and 110. And then 300. So 319 people watched the 2 plays. Now, down here it says fill in the bubble next to the true sentence about how to solve the problem. So what steps did we do to solve this problem? Okay, you need to regroup the tens as 1 10 and 9 ones. Did we do that? 1 10 and 9 ones. No, we didn't. Okay, so we're going to leave that blank. You need to regroup the tens as 100 and 110. 100, 110. Yes, we did do that. I remember doing that, right? Okay, you need to add 2 ones plus 7 ones. Let's see. 2 plus 7. Yep, we did that. Okay, last thing. You need to add 100 plus 100 plus 100. 100 plus 100 plus... Yep, we did that. Okay, so we did 3 out of the 4 things on this list. All right, and that's the end of that problem. Now, on to these homework pages. Change my size. All right, so you need to do pages 413, all of the problems, right? And 414. All right, good luck.